Have you ever wondered how billionaires use other people's money to build empires? Tom doesn't look rich. No flashy cars, no gold chains, no social media flexing. But Tom controls hotels, office towers, startups, and even entire neighborhoods. And here's the strange part. Tom didn't pay for most of it himself. Because Tom understands one important rule. The fastest way to build wealth is by using other people's money. Most people would buy a $5 million building using only their own cash. Safe, simple, and done. But Tom doesn't think that way. Instead, he goes to a bank, and the bank says, "We'll lend you $20 million, Lauder." Now Tom controls a $25 million building using only $5 million of his own money. That is called leverage. If the building's value rises by 20%, it becomes worth $30 million. Tom sells it, repays the $20 million loan, and keeps $10 million. His original $5 million just doubled, even though most of the deal was funded by the bank. But banks are only one source of money. Tom then creates an investment fund called Tom Capital. He tells investors, "Give me your money, I'll find the deals, and you'll earn steady returns." Pension funds invest, wealthy families invest, and institutions invest. Together they give Tom $100 million. Tom adds another $10 million of his own money, then borrows another $200 million from banks. Now he controls $310 million in assets. And here's the key part. Tom doesn't only make money when things go perfectly. He earns management fees for running the fund, acquisition fees for buying deals, and performance bonuses if the investments perform well. Even if the returns are average, Tom still gets paid because he structured the system that way. If the returns become extraordinary, Tom gets extremely rich. Tom also understands something very important. You do not need to own 100% of something to control it. If Tom owns only 20% of a company, but controls the voting rights, he still makes the decisions. He can also create layered companies where one company owns another company, which owns another company, which finally owns the actual asset. At the very top of the structure is Tom. Ownership becomes spread out among many people, but control stays concentrated in his hands. That is how large empires are built. However, leverage is powerful but dangerous. If that $25 million building falls in value to $20 million, Tom's entire $5 million investment disappears. Debt does not shrink just because prices go down. That's why smart investors lock in long-term loans, negotiate low interest rates, diversify their assets, and always keep cash reserves for emergencies. Using other people's money can build empires very quickly, but it can also destroy them just as fast. Most people are taught to save money, work hard, and slowly buy things over time. Tom was taught something different. Control assets, use leverage, and structure deals intelligently. Regular people trade time for money, but Tom trades strategy for scale. He doesn't ask, "How much money do I have?" He asks, "How much can I control?" And that is the difference between owning one building and owning an entire skyline. And if you enjoyed this video and want more stories about money, wealth, and how the world really works, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next one.